Thanks for joining me on another KL Tech Videos video. Today, I wanted to talk about a browser you might not be familiar with, but could be a great option for you. Brave. Brave is all about taking back control of your online experience. It's a free and super secure browser that focuses on privacy. Now, I haven't been paid or received any sponsorships for this video, and this is certainly not an advert for it. But I had been requested on one of my videos to go into a little bit about the browser and the extensions that I was using, and I thought that would make a great video. Now, Brave goes beyond just blocking bad stuff. They also have a built-in system called Brave Rewards, and with Brave Rewards you can actually opt in to see ads, and in return you get paid in cryptocurrency for your attention. You can then use those tokens to tip your favorite YouTubers like me, or just hold on to them and see what the future holds. So if you're looking for a browser that's fast, secure, and puts you in control, then Brave is definitely worth checking out. I personally use Brave for its privacy-focused features. And let's get into it. So let's download Brave. So we'll just go to brave.com and then click Get Brave. Once that's downloaded, we will open the file. And we can now close down Edge. First thing we'll do is jump into the settings, head to Appearance, and choose Dark. That's a lot better on the eyes. We're going to set Brave as the default browser. We don't need to import anything because we're running this in the sandbox. And for extra data protection, we're going to uncheck diagnostics and unshare completely private and anonymous insights, because that's just the way this channel rolls. For all intensive purposes, we are now ready to rock. Now, the default settings in Brave are pretty good when it comes to privacy protection, but we can make things a lot better. One of the cool things about the Brave browser is that you can actually install Google Chrome extensions. So if we head over here to the web store, one of the first things I like to use is Dark Reader. If we add that extension to Brave, you'll see a little puzzle icon at the top right. Click that, and then click the pin icon. And this pins that extension to your top user bar. Google News. We'll see that the page is in dark mode. And you can alternate between this if you'd like, by deactivating or activating it from the bar. And that'll get used to the websites and how you like them. Personally, I like everything in dark mode. The next extension that I use is Privacy Badger. It basically catches a lot of things that the Brave browser wouldn't, or any other browser. And we're going to add that there too. Just as before, we'll make sure that we select the pin next to it. Another extension I like to use is uBlock. Now, I do run my own home AdGuard DNS server, which captures the majority of all adverts. That said, you can't go wrong by installing an additional blocker on your browser. And the other thing that I like to use is my Vault Warden. Well, actually on here would be Bitwarden because it's the official extension. And I like to ensure that's there too, because that lets me use my self-hosted password manager, which I'll link in the description below for you to learn and install. And And again, if we do the pin, that lets us log into our self-hosted version, which you could check out below. Now, I've spent a bit of time explaining the extensions in the browser, but now I want to show you a little bit about the browser and its settings itself. Brave does offer you a VPN should you wish to use one as part of your browser. Personally, I do use Nord, and I will leave my referral link in the description below if you'd like to try that out, because I do believe that is a hell of a lot more powerful than just a simple browser VPN. So that's one of the things that I differ from in terms of the Brave browser there. You also have the Brave wallet, which you can use to securely access Web3 and your crypto assets. And we actually have a sidebar down here as well, where you can put things like websites you want to read later. Your bookmarks bar, Leo, which is basically kind of a chat GPT interface inside the Brave browser. Spoken about the Brave wallet. And then Brave Talk, which basically allows you to very quickly set up a Google Meet or a Skype type session or a WhatsApp video call type session so that you can share with your friends or colleagues. You'll also notice the Brave rewards, which you can activate by clicking on the little triangle up here and then start earning tokens to use if you want to view adverts, but you may need to disable some of your extensions to use this effectively. And if we head down to the settings menu, this is where we can really get into the nitty gritty. You'll notice that it doesn't look too dissimilar to Chrome or Chromium. And that's because it's based on the same type of development engine, although Brave have given its own spin on it. You'll be able to see your profile name, input your bookmarks, things like that. Set your homepage, change a lot of the appearance settings. I do like to have a home button there, so I like to put that there. And quite a lot of other cool little settings that you can choose to look into. Speed reader mode, which allows you to automatically load certain websites that they detect as kind of article-y like into reader mode, which is really helpful. And that will probably work on things like Google News. And there you go, straight away loads up in reader mode. You can obviously change your fonts. If you're wearing glasses like me, you might want to be slightly bigger. You might want your page zoom to be that much bigger as well. The next part about Brave is probably its core reason for using it, which is the Brave shields. Now, at this point, it is really important to stress that some of these settings, such as blocking ads and upgrading connections to HTTPS in strict mode and blocking scripts, things like that may sound great, and they are. But changing these shields, these settings, can break websites very easily. For example, if you were to block scripts, you wouldn't be able to go onto the Chrome Web Store and search for extensions. Try it out for yourself if you don't believe me, but the search bar wouldn't work anymore because it is a script running on the Chrome Web Store at the time of recording this video. The same with blocking fingerprinting and blocking cookies. They could require you to log into websites on every visit and things like that. So just be aware, there's no harm in turning these on. But if you have these on and you come across little issues, you may want to come in here, turn them off one by one, find out exactly what broke the site to re-enable them, if you're into that much refining. But it is important for you to know that. The next step will be privacy and security. As you can see, there's quite a lot of options in here as well. You can even automatically redirect your .onion sites if you are using, for example, the deep web. You don't actually have to have a separate Tor browser. You can actually view this in Brave. By default, that's set to off, by the way. You can become one of the nodes in the Tor network if you'd like to help with other people's browsing speeds. We've got a few different wallets on the go here as well, including Web3 configuration and options. You can change a few of the settings for the inbuilt large language model, aka AI, if you like to use that word for these type of models. One of the things that I use quite a lot is the synchronization, where basically you can create a chain. So if we click start using sync, if you already have a sync code from, if you're using Brave on your mobile phone or a tablet, then use I have a sync code or any other computer. If this is your first time setting this up, then you just click start a new sync chain. Which device would you like to sync to? We're going to click computer to start this off with. And then this is where I personally save this in my password manager, because you will copy and paste this entire section here. Everything in here will be copied. And then on your mobile or on your tablet, you will go into the Brave browser, into the synchronization settings. Then you'll say you've already got a sync code, and then paste this code in on those devices of yours. You don't give this to anyone, you don't share this with anyone, but this will then synchronize all your passwords, all your settings, your bookmarks, all things like that. You can even use it as a QR code and just scan your phone straight from your computer if you want, which is much simpler. You can also then choose basically what exactly is synchronized. You can customize. By default, it's only synchronizing bookmarks, by the way. Personally, I like to synchronize everything. The next step there is going to be the search engine. By default, it is Brave. I find Brave search engine to be okay, but for some deeper searches or things you want to very closely refine, I do go back over to Google, but I don't select Google by default. I leave this as Brave, and then I just basically go to google.com if I can't find something I'm looking for in Brave. Then we obviously move on to our extensions, as you know. You can allow Google login for extensions if they have those options built in. You can actually use web torrents to view magnet links directly in the browser. So you can actually download torrents, magnet links directly from the Brave browser without needing a separate torrent client. I don't really use it myself, although once or twice I have come across it. Now, as I said at the beginning, I use Vault Warden, which is a fork of Bitwarden, but you can have a password manager in here if you want. Most modern browsers will enable that. Choose your language, your spell checkers. Choose where your defaults normally go for your downloads. You've got your system shortcuts in here, including a memory saver if you want to enable that. And of course, if everything goes sideways and you've messed up big time, you can always restore the settings to their defaults. So that's a great overview of the Brave browser. Hope some of the extensions that I've shown you you'll find useful. And over time, you'll also notice that you save a lot of data in here, and you'll see a lot of stats in here as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.